Yuki Tsunoda is the latest sacrifice to the second Red Bull seat, and it is costing his confidence and his sanity. After a difficult weekend in Austria, this is what he had to say. He said, "The issue in the race was me." Obviously, he is taking responsibility for the collision with Franco Colapinto and the 10-second penalty he got. But regardless, he probably would have finished last anyway. The pace was nowhere, the car is undrivable. Max Verstappen has now said it in wet conditions and in dry conditions, in practice and in qualifying, on the radio. We have it on tape that the car is undrivable, and the same level of performance of Yuki Tsunoda was maintained in the Silverstone Grand Prix, where he again finished dead last, had a collision, and picked up another 10-second penalty. And here, he said that he is feeling lost and he doesn't know why the pace of the Red Bull is outstandingly slow. I do. The car's a shitbox. And if you look at the driver standings, this is the funny part. The only people behind Yuki are the rookies. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the remainder of the season, the Haas of Oliver Behrman and the Sauber of Gabriel Bortoleto, if they finish ahead of Yuki in the driver standings, I genuinely will not be surprised. There was a time in which Liam Lawson was behind Yuki, and now he is not anymore. Out of the 10 points that Yuki has on the board, 3 of them were scored in the Racing Bull and 7 of them were scored in the Red Bull. The 3 points came in China Sprint, so on average 1.5 points per race weekend in the Racing Bull, and the 7 points came in the last 10 Grand Prix, which means 0.7 points per race weekend in the Red Bull on average. Now, if you do the math, the Racing Bull has given Yuki Tsunoda twice as many points per race weekend compared to the Red Bull. And going forward, this is what Yuki Tsunoda needs to do. He is depressed, he is sad, and this is pissing me the fuck off. So what he needs to do, because this is his last year in Formula 1, Red Bull are not going to renew his contract. They're already training Erwin Lidblad. So for the remaining 12 races, there is no point in beating yourself up. What Yuki should do instead is just walk into Red Bull's office, do the best job he can as he always does, and just start talking shit when people give him the performance reviews. Whenever the engineers, not the engineers, like let's say if Helmut Marko comes in and he says that, "Yuki, you have not been performing as good or as well to our expectations, and we need to, step your game up or something." Yuki can just unleash the rage and start going all the way back to 2023 and say that, "What the fuck were you doing when Checo was complaining weekend after weekend? What the fuck were you doing when Adrian Newey was suggesting that this is not how you develop a car?" And Adrian did it. Like, after Adrian Newey left Red Bull, he said that Red Bull used setup to mask problems, but according to Adrian Newey, the problem is still there. And he said it. He said that he was getting concerned about it, but not many of the people in the organization seem to be very concerned about the direction of the development of the car is what Adrian Newey is talking about. So Yuki can just go ahead and pull out all of this file from his archives and say that, "What the fuck were you doing when Adrian Newey, the best aero engineer of all time, was saying that the way you develop the car is fucked?" Another thing that he can say is about the delusion of the Red Bull engineers, because in the Japanese Grand Prix, Paul Monahan, the chief engineer of Red Bull, was asked that, "Hey, your car is just shitbox, it drives like a pig. What do you plan to do to improve the drivability and the performance?" This is what he had to say. He said, "So how quick your car is or how nervous your car is, perhaps you will say that it's relative." Basically, he's saying that our car is easy to drive and it's just a matter of perspective. It's just a matter of like how you look at it. And, it's actually a good car to drive. And after a terrible weekend in Austria, where Yuki Tsunoda's biggest opponent was Franco Colapinto in an Alpine, a rookie in an Alpine is the biggest opponent of a Red Bull racing driver who has multiple years of experience under his belt. After the difficult weekend in Austria, Christian Horner, when he was still the team principal, this is what he had to say. He said that the car is not easy to drive particularly, but it's not that difficult either. So again, Yuki can go into the archives and start pulling out these things when these people start pressuring him and starting to make him feel bad about the lack of the performance. which maybe a little bit of that goes to Yuki, because Yuki has never been such a standout stellar driver, if I'm being honest with you guys. But this is his last year in Formula 1, and it's unfortunate because he doesn't even have a car through which he can prove himself. And it's even sad when you think about the fact that this is the best Yuki that we have ever seen. Like, this is literally Yuki Tsunoda, who has been seasoned through all of the years, and it's unfortunate that he doesn't have a good car to drive. So whenever this time these guys start to make him feel bad, his last year in Formula 1, they ain't renewing his contract. They're already training his replacement. We already saw that in Silverstone, and Lindblad is not that bad. Yuki needs to step his game up and just, chill out, take a chill pill. 12 more races to go in Formula 1, have fun. After that, you can go and become a streamer and, sim racer or something like that. Yuki already has a nice fan base, and all of the Red Bull rejects, they become fan favorites for obvious reasons. So you can definitely capitalize on that in terms of your career, and there will be other avenues of racing. Another thing that Yuki should do, in every race weekend, to the media, just subconsciously, not subconsciously, but like implicitly, talk shit about the car. Don't talk shit about the team and the people, because they're, working hard there as well, except for Paul Monahan. That piece of shit is just delusional. Just, implicitly roast the car. Whenever someone asks, hey, you're struggling out there, like what happened, like give us your perspective about it, you should say, yeah, I mean, we all know that the car has problems since 2023, and the problems have just become bigger and bigger, and we are trying the best we can to solve it. That's all you need to say. Don't say that I'm feeling lost and I'm feeling depressed, the problem is me, I need to look harder, I need to work. Don't say none of that shit. Subconsciously, implicitly say that the car is shit. It has been for multiple years, only Max can drive it, and you can drop those things as well. Just say that, I mean, obviously the car is designed around the traits that Max wants in a car, and over the years it has developed in that way, so the car is what the car is, and we're trying to do the best we can. Subconsciously, you know what I mean? Because you have nothing to lose, man. Because what are they gonna do? Replace you with Erwin Lindblad mid-season once again? I mean, they're going to be the butt of the joke again, and even if they put Lindblad, he is going to struggle in race pace. Obviously, he's going to do that. Everyone has struggled. Sergio Perez, Liam Lawson, now Yuki Tsunoda. Lindblad ain't a magic bullet. Even if you put Isaac Hadjar, like even he is not going to be able to drive it. Red Bull are basically out of options. So go in there, be chill, do the best you can do as you already do, and just have fun for like, this is your last year in Formula 1. You're never going to experience this. I hope that someone renews Yuki's contract. I'll be very surprised if Red Bull, extends Yuki's contract and decides to keep him in the Red Bull family. But it's not looking like it. So, advice to Yuki Tsunoda, have fun, talk shit to anyone who gives you performance reviews, remind them that they have been fucking it up, remind them about the delusion of Paul Monahan, remind them that Adrian Newey has been saying that the car is fucked, remind them that all of the drivers since Daniel Ricciardo have been struggling in the second Red Bull seat, and you are the new guy. You are not supposed to be the magic bullet. So have fun, do some drugs, fuck some bitches. Your career is not over, especially in racing. There are going to be other opportunities. Keep your chin up, just be relaxed and do the best you can, as you always do. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.